Loving your neighbor, the everyday call that changes everything. Do you feel like life is noisy right now? Do you feel like everybody is divided? Nobody sees the same way. Nobody is interested in finding out others' opinions. They just want to speak their own truth and they don't listen to other people. And everyone's in a hurry. They don't have time to listen even if they wanted to. But slowing down and taking the time to see people, really see people, look into their face, look into their eyes, and listen to what they're saying, and ask questions if you're not clear. This can help a lot in feeling like that noise and division and busyness of life. It can help just to look into somebody's face, a real person, and notice that deep down they're similar to you. Jesus was asked what was the most important commandment that they needed to follow. And he replied, "You must love the Lord your God with all of your heart, all of your soul, and all of your mind." This is the starting point. And it's the first and greatest commandment. But the second is equally important, loving your neighbor as yourself. Taking the time to see your neighbor, taking the time to hear from them, taking the time to listen to them, and just be a friend to them. The entire law and all the demands of the prophets are based on these two commands. And your neighbor isn't necessarily just the person that lives next door to you. Your neighbor is anybody that you come in contact with throughout your day. Even when you're 1 mile from home or when you're 100 miles from home, you can see neighbors all over the place. The Good Samaritan in the Bible showed the example of unexpected compassion. He just simply saw somebody who was hurting and needed help, and he took them to where they could get help. And then he said he'd be back and to make sure that everything is still going okay. He was there for him and he helped him. When you begin your day by spending time with God, which means to read your Bible, you will begin at a good place to be able to really see people later on in your day. You'll begin to think about other people other than just yourself. It's a very heavy burden to just think of yourself. But there are hindrances that keep us from loving our neighbor as ourselves. Sometimes we're tired. Sometimes we're too busy. Sometimes our past wounds keep us from talking to somebody else. The differences in personalities, different opinions on things, and simply just staying comfortable and not trying. But all of these things can be overcome if we just pause and think of what might be a little bit more important than these excuses. A person is more important than our excuses. Taking the time to really see them is more important. Don't be afraid to offer help to another because you feel weak. Help them anyway. When we help others despite our weaknesses, those weaknesses lose their power over us. Take time to see people, slow down enough so you can notice. And not all serving takes a lot of time. We can serve in little ways. Small acts of kindness and caring, even a smile or eye contact can go a long way. And then when you have more time, you can really listen to them and listen so that you can understand them. And not necessarily to try to fix them, at least not right away, but listening so that you know the whole story. And then you might be in a place to pray for them and help them with some of their problems. And sometimes helping your neighbor is as simple as extending grace to them, extending patience, extending forgiveness, extending just any form of hospitality. There are so many ways to love your neighbor, but they all require some form of action, even when those actions are small. All actions are important. True love requires sacrifice, and our love is shown by how we live our lives. Think about other people as much as you do yourself. Serve them whenever you can. You'll find out more about yourself that way than if you're thinking only about yourself. What would I like other people to do for me? Do it for them first. If I want people to talk to me and make me feel comfortable, then I need to talk to them and make them feel comfortable. All of this isn't always easy, but the more you do it, the more you stretch your muscles. Good deeds show that you're a disciple of Christ. Let's not just talk about love, let's practice real love. Real love takes a lifetime to learn. Love is patient and kind. It's not jealous, boastful, proud, or rude. It never demands its own way. It's not easily irritated. It keeps no record of wrongs. It never rejoices about injustices. But it does rejoice when truth wins out. Love never gives up or loses faith. It's always hopeful and endures through all circumstances. Indeed, real love takes a lifetime to learn, but we don't have to be a master at it before we practice it. We begin by learning to love God with our whole mind, soul, and spirit, and then that love will overflow and spread to people all around us. The way of love is the way to shut down debilitating self-criticism. For God is greater than our worried hearts and knows more about us than we do ourselves. Life is better as a window than a mirror. Instead of seeing only yourself, look out and see other selves.